5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Connect Show. I'm Judy, Sylvia, and I am delighted to be your host today. I hope you're having a great week. I'm feeling pretty good. My family and I just got back from a vacation. I'm feeling refreshed and recharged and excited about today's show. I want to welcome Rena Romano, certified speaking coach, to the show. Rena, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Judy, and it's such an honor to be here with you and your viewers today. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, Rena, public speaking and effective speaking is so
Yes.
important, and it doesn't matter what type of role you play in life. It is important, and I'm excited for us to kind of talk through that, and then I know you're going to share some great tips with us.
Yes.
Now, give us a little bit background, because you didn't start out in your career
No, I
as
didn't.
a speaking coach.
No, I did not. I enjoyed 18 plus years in sales and marketing in the construction industry. And we know what happened to that. In 2006, like many Americans, I got my permanent pink slip. So, yes. I had to reinvent myself. And as a survivor of child abuse, I joined Toastmasters to work on my public speaking skills because I wanted to share my story to help other survivors. And during my time with Toastmasters, I found that I liked public speaking, and I found that I liked teaching people to speak effectively.
That's great. I remember, well, first of all, just so we let the audience know a little bit about you, you're
Okay.
married, right?
Yes, married.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Want to give him a
16
shout
years.
out?
Hi, Dave.
And you're originally from,
Originally from Kansas City
okay, so you moved
Yes.
to Florida.
in 1985.
Okay.
Got the sand in my shoes and the love of the weather.
No turning
Yeah,
back,
no
right?
turning back,
Me
no.
neither. No, I'm here. Now, I remember you shared one of your experiences of public speaking when you were working in the construction field.
Yes,
That was a disaster.
absolutely.
Tell our audience about that, because we can all relate to those disaster moments of speaking.
I'd be glad to. It was when I first started my career in sales and marketing, and I was asked to give a presentation, and of course, sure, I can do that, no problem. I had never given a presentation before. Well, I walked out on stage, look out on stage, and there's 400 eyes staring at me, and I'm nervous, and I was nervous anyway before. And that morning I drank a pot of coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Ooh.
Yes. So the
Okay.
caffeine on top of the nerves.
On top of the nerves?
Yes. And I had my note cards, 3x5 note cards.
So like a stack of them?
A stack of them. Because each little note, was there. I'm walking across the stage. It feels like a football field. And I'm so nervous and shaking. And there goes my cards, all 53 of them.
Oh, no.
And they weren't numbered.
Oh, Rena.
No, I
I'm
know.
feeling the pain.
Can you feel the pain? Oh, learned a big lesson. So there's a couple of tips with that. One, show up early, get to know your speaking area. And two, don't use 3x5 cards. If you do, number them.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, that's important.
Oh.
Oh, I can only imagine what the fear you must have felt. And that's, it's so different. It's so important how so many different types of careers, people in ministry, pastors,
Yes.
business people, that we all need to speak effectively.
Yes, we do. And I have worked with clergy. I've worked with first-time speakers. I've worked with local politician in Lee County, senior level executives to, like I said, first-time speakers, anyone who needs to speak effectively. And many don't understand that they can really excel their career by speaking effectively, because great speakers become great leaders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am very aware when listening to someone speak, and I used to go to Toastmasters like you did, so I count those ums and ahs.
And those are okay. A few are okay
Sure,
once in a while.
here and there.
Yeah.
So you started with Toastmasters and realized you had a passion for it.
I have a passion for teaching. I never thought of myself as a teacher. And I was working with, being a senior member then of Toastmasters, the new members coming in, I would help them with their speaking skills, and I just so enjoyed it. So I went through a program, a certified world-class speaking program from a Toastmaster, Craig Valentine. He's
Okay.
world champion in public speaking. I went through his program and became a certified speaking coach.
And just, you found your passion.
I found my passion. I'm inspired. I found my voice. Now I'm inspired to help others find theirs.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, some people might not know what Toastmasters is. Let's give a quick
Toastmasters is a nonprofit organization that helps people with their leadership and presentation skills. And it's a great organization. It's a safe place to go work on your speaking skills and leadership too. Yeah.
I remember about 7 years ago after my mom passed away, I knew I just needed to do something different. And I walked into my first Toastmasters meeting, and it was so different than I thought, but I felt right at home, and it was very easy and a lot of fun too.
A lot of fun. So I love Toastmasters. I recommend it too.
Oh, that's
Definitely.
great. Now, you've authored a book to share your experience of your abuse, and tell us about that.
His Puppet No More, I published that in 2010. I'm talking to a couple of different editors to maybe rewrite it, because with my story of forgiveness, I really want the book to be inspirational, and it has touched a lot of lives, a lot of other survivors.
And you shared a story earlier about, share that.
The one at Toastmasters. Well, Toastmasters has contests for your speaking skills, and you can join humorous or international. And I won first place at the club, and then you advance to the area. And I won first place there. And after the contest, this lady, a little bit older than me, she came up to me and she says, I really want to thank you for sharing your story of forgiveness and hope. I too am a victim of child abuse, a survivor, but I haven't found my voice. So we sat down together, and I encouraged her to get professional counseling because I went through it. And we talked and we hugged for quite a while, and then we left. I hadn't seen or heard from her again. About a month later, I advanced to the division contest for Toastmasters, and they gave out the trophies. I didn't come in second. I didn't come in first. That's okay.
Oh.
I shared my story.
That's right.
I was still a little heartbroken, you know,
Sure.
a little defeated, but I didn't know it, but that same lady was in the audience. And she came up to me, and this night her voice was strong, and she said, I want to thank you for sharing your story. I have started counseling, and because of you, I'm going to find my voice.
Oh.
And I just tear up every time I say this. I said, you just did.
Yeah, that's powerful.
I said,
That's
thank
neat.
you. You just found your voice. So my defeat of agony turned into the thrill of victory.
Absolutely.
And my favorite, that's my best trophy.
That's neat. Rena, you shared a little bit earlier about how different clients that you're helping. Let's talk a little bit about that, because you had said there was a politician.
Yes.
Now, I would think, okay, a politician must be able to speak.
Well, yes, they need to be able to speak, but they need to speak effectively.
Okay, so how did you work with this individual?
I worked with this person, a local politician through Lee County, and we worked on structuring the speech and making it more personable, humanizing it a little bit more. And it's all about structure and content, how you open and how you close too.
So depending on your right audience.
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, you kind of humanized her. Now, you also work with senior management at Chico's?
Yes, I do.
And that's probably a different
It's a different bit because they do business presentations.
Okay.
But it's the same concept, structure and delivery.
So you work with them on their,
Yes.
they actually do their presentation with you?
Yes, I have them give a 4 to 6 minute presentation, and then we tweak it. Each time they give it, we work on voice projection, we work on hand language, you know, body language, eye contact. We work on the content and delivery.
Now, I know a few people that you have helped, and I have seen them blossom from being that timid, you know, public speaker, or even they're more in the business world, so they don't necessarily have to do a lot of public speaking, but they have to present themselves.
Yes.
And they're just great success.
Yes. Oh, well, thank you for sharing that with me. Yes, I work with entrepreneurs such as myself, going out into my local market to build my local business and speaking at all the civic clubs and associations. They're always looking for speakers. So I work with the entrepreneurs to get out there and promote themselves.
Yeah.
It's the least cost-effective way to do it.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Once you get past the fear and you feel a little bit more, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
All right, so you had said you're going to share some tips for our audience, so let's
Yes,
have them.
I am. Well, the first one, going back to the story with the coffee, don't drink caffeine.
Okay.
No caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink any tea when I know I'm going to present. Even coming here today to interview with you, no caffeine.
I don't know that I could do that.
I know a lot of people say they can't, but it really does. Even if you can drink a pot of coffee and pass out at night and go to bed, it really enhances the nerves 100-fold.
Okay,
So
so
try to avoid the caffeine.
Okay, that's that's an easy one.
That's an easy one to do.
Yeah.
That's an easy one to do. The second one is content. So many people have so much they want to say, but when you're giving a presentation, concentrate on one message per presentation.
That is a huge one.
That's huge.
I have seen time and time again of someone trying to fit way too much in a 20-minute, 30-minute presentation.
Yes.
And it gets lost.
It gets lost, and with that, the 10-to-1 rule is for every 10 minutes, make 1 point.
Okay, so for
yes,
every 10 minutes, 1 point.
make 1 point. So if you have a 10-minute presentation, you've got your opening, your middle, and your end. So your point might be 5 to 6 minutes because you have to open and you have to close.
So is
show you
it
how to do
tell
that.
them what you're going to say,
Yep.
say it, and then tell them what you said?
Yes, absolutely. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you just told them.
Yeah.
There you
okay.
go. That's
All right.
simple. And then the third tip is just be authentic, be yourself. When I first began my professional speaking career, I thought I had to be so perfect and professional. I had to memorize word for word everything. Well, the audience doesn't know if you forgot to say something. And by trying to be so perfect, I was so boring. Oh, boring.
I can't imagine you boring, but that's another
I know,
point.
imagine that. Plus, I came off of maybe a little arrogant because of my lack of confidence. I overcompensated. People want you to be real. They want you to humanize it. Like I said, my coach and mentor, Darren LaCroix, says people want you to be present, not perfect.
That's true. And they can't really relate to you if they think you're in this perfect world or you're not human.
And I found that out myself because I thought I'm speaking in front of professionals. I had to be Miss Professional. That's not it. Be yourself. I'm perfectly imperfect just the way I am.
Oh,
You're going to get me just how I am.
that's great. And you
There
can
you go.
relate. I mean, people connect with you. I
Yeah.
think when I'm hearing someone speak, I'm really rooting for them.
Yes.
You know, and so there's times when if they get emotional in the moment, you know, I might be silently praying for strength for them to
Oh,
get
there
through
you
that
go.
moment.
Definitely. The audience is rooting for you. If you've sat in the audience, you've seen a presenter and they're not doing well, you feel bad for them. So just, work on the structure, the content, work on one message at a time.
One message. Okay,
Yes.
so no caffeine.
Yes.
One message at a time,
And be authentic.
And be
Just
authentic.
be yourself.
and have fun.
Have fun. If you make a mistake, so what? Who cares?
So you have the fun job, a fun business of going around helping people just improve
Yes.
in their speaking. And how does that, I know you work with groups, but also individuals, you're like a safe haven for someone to make all their mistakes with you.
Yes, they can come to me. I can help them write their script, and I can also have them practice in front of me. I can videotape it and show them some things that they can improve upon. And what I'd like to say, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes improvements.
Practice makes improvements.
Yes, it's so key to practice your presentations.
Now you have a workshop coming up.
Yes.
And I think Rick's going to show it on the screen.
August 29th
Okay.
from 6 to 9 p.m. It's going to be at the Page Field in Fort Myers in the upstairs conference room. And for your speakers only until Sunday, I can't remember the date Sunday, but if it's
August 11th. I
August
think.
11th, thank you. It's $59, but if they put in the promotional code SPEAK,
Okay.
S-P-E-A-K, they'll get $10 off to come to that workshop,
All right.
August 29th.
That's great. Now, anyone that just wants to improve, whether in business or not?
Yes, whether in business or not. Speaking well is your best sales and management tool. And if you really want to advance your career, speaking effectively will do that for you.
And it helps on job interviews too.
Absolutely.
I have
yes.
helped some of my clients interview employees, and I think I need to send them to Rena
Oh,
first.
thank you. Thank you.
All right, so that's coming up the end of this month. And I know your information's on the screen, so people,
Thank you.
I encourage them to reach out and improve.
Yes, RenaRomano.com. So
All right.
I'm here for you. Definitely.
Rena, thanks so much for
Thank
coming on the
you.
show, and thanks for all that you do, because I know you do a lot to serve the community, and just
I love
really
to give back.
fortunate to have you here with us today.
Thank you.